All right, well, let's start talking a little bit about the virtual exhibit hall. The virtual exhibit hall has a lot of features packed into it, and one of the most important things for us, I'm going to click into the exhibit hall here, just from the left-hand side. One of the most important things for us in the virtual exhibit hall is that we want to make sure your exhibitors and sponsors are receiving a tremendous amount of ROI. We're exhibitors ourselves. We go to events, and one of the things that we really look for are leads. We look for business opportunities, and most of the time, your exhibitors are probably looking for something quite similar. So for us, our exhibit hall isn't like a 3D virtual universe or anything like that where you walk around and all. It's really designed to help bridge the gap between attendees, exhibitors, and sponsors, help them get information, and help people connect. So what I'm going to do is I'll walk you through some of the core functions inside the exhibit hall, including booth visitor tracking, lead retrieval, all that sort of great stuff. So on the left-hand side, you have a list of all your exhibitors. And from here, you can always search for them if you wanted to. So if I was searching for the Martian Robotics Corporation, my favorite, I would just type in MA if I wanted to. Product filters, you can define all kinds of different products filters that you might want so that you can find exactly the services or products you're looking for. So if I was looking for alien containment equipment, I'd type that. So lots and lots of different options for you to configure things there. And then when you're inside a booth, you have the ability to preview all kinds of information related to that specific exhibitor. Now, again, if you notice on the right-hand side, this chat and presence detection area changed immediately to accommodate this specific exhibitor. So all the public chat area, and generally what you'll see for exhibiting staff that are virtual is that you'll have one staff member answering any public questions that might be coming their way. You can, of course, reorder these exhibitors however you like in the list as well. And basically inside here, you'll have the exhibiting staff members answering public questions, looking for the opportunity to join into private conversations. And then you also can see in real time who visited your booth. Now, we have a much better booth visitor tracking system that I'll show you in just a minute for exhibitors. Inside here, one of the ways exhibitors can capture leads is by attendees clicking on this little mail icon or clicking request information. Now, the reason this is so powerful is unlike a traditional in-person trade show, where you only have a couple of hours during the event where people can exchange information and collect leads, what we're seeing is that this is a tool that's being used not just for attendees at your event, but for people who are part of a community for your event. And what that means is that people even off hours or at all kinds of different points, even separate days, are actually dropping their information for exhibitors, leaving their little footprints that'll show you how all that works for exhibitors. And there's this ongoing return on investment that sponsors and exhibitors get, where they get a lot more information about who is interested in their brands. So if I click into request information, same deal. If I click on the little mail icon, I can leave any optional notes that I might want, along with any files that I might want to attach with that request. And these files are uploaded from the settings area. And the reason these files are so valuable in this experience as well is that we have a lot of career fairs that also run on our platform where attendees might attach resumes or portfolios or things like that for the exhibitors, which are the employees. Really powerful. So these leads show up in the exhibitor portal that you've seen earlier in the demonstration. So if I go into the Martian Robotics Corporation's private exhibitor portal, I can go into my lead retrieval section where I would see any leads that were submitted to my booth, and I can download, print, all that sort of great stuff. Now, we also have the ability coming up where you can protect files. So if you have a CTA that you want to pop up whenever somebody's interested in downloading a file, so give me your contact information essentially, and then you get to download these files, then that's another way to actually collect lead information that's just right around the bend, which we're very excited about. Now, if I'm an exhibitor, not only can I chat inside here publicly, but I can also have private conversations. This is actually going to lead us into the networking part of the demonstration. But I also want to point out that you can have videos, you can have files, full descriptions. These are GIF images, but you can have just static images as well at the top here that you might want. All the different links and outbound sources of information for these exhibitors as well. And then if you wanted to chat privately with any specific exhibitor, you can always click on them, exhibitor staff member rather, and you can type in information and messages for them. So if I say, hi Alan, interested in learning more about aliens, I could do that and start my chat. And what it'll do is now forward me directly to a private conversation with that specific exhibitor, and ignore all these sample messages. It's just from all the tests. You can see 179 messages here. So that's that. Now let's start talking a little bit about some of the more advanced functionalities that exhibitors have in the networking area. They also have access to something called the booth. So if I'm an exhibitor, if I'm logged in as an exhibitor, I have access to my booth, which will give me a full basically overview of anyone from even 2 months ago, as you can see at the bottom here, who visited my booth. And this is very valuable information. This isn't contact information, but this is intent information. People who are interested in your brand, interested in your booth, who actually came by and showed up. And now you have somebody working usually in the background who's tracking real-time people who are coming to your booth and reaching out to them. So I see Leland came to my booth not too long ago. If I click into his little profile here, I can see, additional information about him. I can download files. I have a viewer built right into Feedloop as well if I wanted to use that. So it's all built inside here. And what I can do is start reaching out to Leland privately, and then I can start a conversation with them. So this booth visitor data is very valuable because it gives you a strong sense of whoever visited your booth, and you can reach out to them anytime you want and try to collect their contact information, but just more importantly, have a conversation with them. So we'll talk a lot more about the different networking and one-on-one features between not only exhibitors and attendees, but between attendees, what happens when you click the Start Chat button in the networking section of this demo coming right up. So if you just watch the exhibitor portion of the demo, you'll notice that we stopped off where we were getting to the private conversation area between an exhibitor, staff member, and an attendee. And the reason is because they're all connected to the same networking system. Now, if you're just watching the networking area, know that you can network with people from anywhere inside the system. The whole idea behind Feedloop is it's context aware, whether it's somebody in a little chat area here, somebody that you also see in a session that you're interested in, somebody who's also standing beside you at a booth or anything like that. You can always find out who's around you and try to connect with them privately. So let's go over to the networking area where we just left off, and you'll see that we have the same booth tab that we were just looking at, where you can start, or at least see who came to your booth, and then start private conversations with them. So let's see what it would look like if I started a private conversation with Alan. I noticed Alan came by my booth, and I'm interested in chatting with him. So I'd click on Start Chat, and I'd say, "Hi, Alan, would love to learn more about what you're interested in." I don't know, anything. And this is me as an exhibitor reaching out, but it's the same deal if I'm an attendee reaching out. So as you can see here, I have now started a private conversation, and I can have private chat messages. And this right-hand area that you've gotten used to, this is now changed to a private area, private chat area. Or I can join a video call directly from this system. Same idea if I'm just a normal attendee. I have this list of attendees. I can always search for people. So suppose I'm interested in finding people who are from NASA. I just type in NASA inside here, and all NASA employees will show up inside here. Pretty cool. And if I wanted to see who has, say, the member tag, for example, I would type the member tag in, and I would see nobody from NASA has a member tag, but I will see if I clear that Simon Young, which is me in this case, has a member tag. And these are custom tags that you can create, and it's a great way for your attendees to find other people who are sort of in the same category as them. All right, so now let's say we go back to our chats area. Right now we're chatting privately with Alan. So I can have my text chats all the time, coupled with push notifications and all of that, including notifications when I'm outside the virtual event portal, so I never miss a beat when I want to chat with him. But I can click Join Video Call. Now, Join Video Call is a built-in system inside Feedloop. No requirements for downloads or integrating Zoom or anything like that. It's all built inside Feedloop. It's a one-on-one video calling system with screen sharing and all built right in. So if I click Join Video Call, what you'll see is me again. You might have seen me from the sessions part of the demonstration. So here I am again, and what this essentially allows me to do is have a one-on-one video conversation with anyone I want. I'll just make this full screen here so that you can see. Pretty big. And you can have a full screen video conversation with the other person, and you're just waiting for them to join the video conversation right now. So it's a little lonely. I'm the only one here. And Alan is a fictional character in our case, so he's not going to be joining me. But I will use this opportunity to show you some of the additional features here, like the ability to also have private screen sharing sessions as well if I wanted to. So great if I'm an exhibitor, for example, sharing my demo or sharing my website or anything like that. You could do that all within this system as well. Or if I'm just casually chatting between attendees, I can use this system as well. So it's a slick, it's a simple web-based, free integrated feed loop meet system inside this platform that allows two people at your event to have conversations. And something that we are opening up in the future is the ability to have group conversations as well. So look out for that. That's coming later in the summer. So that's the Feedloop Meet system. Again, video calling built right into the Feedloop platform makes it super slick and easy to have those face-to-face conversations with people. So one of the final things I want to talk about in this demonstration is how registration works inside the Feedloop system. And I'm just going to give you a surface level sort of overview of how it all comes together. But know that there are a lot of other functions inside the Feedloop system, and this demonstration is really just reserved for the parts of the system that are relevant to virtual events. So let's go over to registration. This is something that you have